right, so I touched it, and you see what happened is it rubbed the very center 1, 2, 3 rings. That's not where we want it to be sanding. We want it to be sanding out here on the nose. So what does that mean? That means that my wheels are holding my machine body too low to the ground. I want to be able to lift the machine body up to pitch the machine disc forward. So every machine has the ability to adjust their wheel heights, different mechanisms for each machine. But the idea is that you want to have that pitch so that you're on the nose. This is exaggerated, but you want to have that pitch on the nose, not so sharp you dig a trench, but flat enough that you are touching that 1-inch zone that keeps you flat on the floor. Some machines, like some of the longer nose edgers, are more flat, so they might go into 1.5 inches of distance, but nobody's ever going to be all the way to the center of the disc. So, you know, you just redust it so you have some reference point because it's going to rub black. And ideally you have a flat plane in the small area between the wheels and the nose. It's not like you're doing it over a hill or anything. Well, if you look, you can see there's more rub here, less rub there, so the disc is not it, but it's rubbing all the way to row 6. So it needs to be pitched more. So you can see here I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rings on that. Now come over here. Think about it. If you were to put 2 or 3 sheets of paper on here, you alter the angle because you're pitching the machine up by the thicknesses of paper you just adjusted. And I would pull the whole wall line down and then sand after that, just to blend it in. Oh yeah, it happens. We do it. Nope. Once the scraper touches the floor, you don't pick it up until you're done scraping. It stays on the floor. It's like that old telephone dial, go back on the free ride. If you see here, I scraped it, I got my scratches out. I would then, with the same 100 grit paper, just come back and the purpose of coming back is to put same straight line scratches that are coming from the drum sander or belt sander up into and make it look like it went into the wall. I would scrape before the hard plate and then hard plate after, okay? But look, I can tell you what, you put somebody with a decent scraper in line doing this, and all I'm scraping is about 3 inches, and put somebody on the other side of the room, same distance wall to wall, corner to corner with a palm sander, and without having to really bust a sweat, some hard breathing, but you can scrape a whole wall line, hand sand the wall line, and that guy will probably be done at the same time you are. But the difference is he's got these little pigtail swirl marks everywhere that you got to still get out. So if you need to get something out, the best way to find out how you got to work at it if you can't really see it well is to wrap some sandpaper across this guy. This is 60-100. Old screen, old sandpaper, and this becomes your flatness gauge right here. Yeah. All right. Oh yeah, I'm gonna show that next. Good job, Wes. So you can see here where that dust is collecting, that's a low spot, right there. So that tells me how and where I gotta scrape to get all this high wood down to that wood there. You don't have to draw as much pencil as I did, but yeah, the idea is that now you know you gotta scrape out here first. In this case, I do want to put some pressure because I want to remove material. But I'm moving material ahead of the trough. So I want to get this trough clean. Now, if you want to see where the trough's at, okay, so I got to work that guy out. I'm going to do part of it. I'll let you guys do the rest. Yeah, this was higher, that was higher, and that's low. So I want to bring the hilltops down to the bottom of the valley. But I don't want to do it in such a small spot. I got to spread it out. And this was pretty severe. And that one's pretty severe too. It's like somebody did a side drum score dig on this one right here. Yeah, I mean, literally, if it's that difficult, I wouldn't be fixing it only with this. I would take another edger, bring it out here, get it flat, and then clean it up. But you can see how the scraper can manipulate and fix errors on the floor. And just know, I'm not taking the scraper off the floor.
Now, could I take the scraper and go on a little bit of an angle across the wood like this in order to get flat with that?
Well,
then go back straight?
All right, so Wes's question is, can I take my scraper and go slightly angled to the grain? Yeah, you can, like this, but you're eventually tearing out wood fiber. So you want to be as much as you can with the grain and just change the pitch angle so that the scraper is traveling over only the high areas, working it down to the low areas. So you want to use the palm of your hand or at least your fingers together flat and act like a karate chop. I'm going to turn myself around because I'm right-handed. And I would work with my fingers flat and into the wall line. And I would work out what I scraped until I marry that scratch pattern into the rest of the floor. If you don't do it that way, and actually I could show that real quick here. Okay, if I don't use that, if I use my fingertips, what you get is pressure point, pressure point, pressure point, and you got gaps here, and the paper will respond in kind by giving you, we have paperback paper? So, if I go like that, I'll have sanding, no sanding, sanding, no sanding, sanding just for my fingertips. You can see on the paper where it's actually touched. Okay, so palm sand is palm sanding. So that's what you'd see me do. Put the paper up and everything.